The backing track that I use for this piece is called Zig Funk. If you search for Zig Funk backing, you should be able to find it. It's originally from Trinity Guildhall drum kit syllabus. It's now part of their Raise the Bar pieces, and you can buy a copy of the backing track on Amazon Music. It's on YouTube somewhere, and I think you can also find it on iTunes if you need to. For the pattern that goes, I think I need a pudding, I'm going to start off with a bass drum for I, and then I always think about the fact that this is the only time my right hand is going to go on the snare drum and not on the hi-hat. So I'm going to go, I think I think I. And then for need, I'm going to play on my knee, or put my left stick somewhere on my leg where we can't really hear it, so it becomes a kind of rest or a silent beat. I think I need. And then from need, I'm going to go left, right, back onto the snare drum. Need a pudding. So I'll do the whole thing slowly. I think I need a pudding. I think I need a pudding. So if we look at line 3 hot and I think would go hot chicken curry, hot chicken curry, hot chicken curry. I think I need a pudding. For the pattern that goes spicy panini, that's going to start off with the first note on the bass drum for spy. Then I'm going to open my hands out and go right hand on the floor tom-tom, left hand on the snare drum for the next 2 syllables. Spicy pa. Spicy pa. And then we're back on our knees again, so I've got right knee, left knee. Spicy panini. So I'm just playing my legs as silent beats where I'm saying the words knee. Spicy panini. Okay, I'm going to have a look at the 6th line of the piece now, which goes hot, warm, hot, spicy panini, so you can hear that in context. So we'll have hot chicken curry, warm sticky sausages, hot chicken curry, spicy panini. And if you listen out for the bass guitar in the backing track of the Zig Funk piece of music, you can hear that the bass guitar plays those last two notes. So it's going to go spicy, boom, boom. So you can hear that you're going to stay in time for when the pattern starts again. And now we'll look at the final line of the piece. You see it says hot, cold, bish. And bish is a sound that I use when I have a combined sound of a bass drum and a crash cymbal at the same time. So those two happening at the same time as each other will make it go bish. If I just play the bass drum on its own, you'd get buh. Cymbal on its own, you just get ish. But the buh and the ish together, I have to tilt my camera up a little bit so you can see my secret symbol. Let's go bish. But to make sure that we get a unison, which is both beats at exactly the same time, I don't want to hear the bass drum first, or the other way around. Ishba needs to be bish. So the last line will now go hot chicken curry, cold lumpy meat. And you might have noticed then that I favour my left hand for the final bish, because I've just come round the tom-toms going left, right for mashed potato. And my left hand's ready to come down on the crash cymbal there. So the last line, hot, cold, bish, a little bit slower. Hot chicken curry, cold, lumpy meat. A nice feature of this piece is that you can play it by following along the shortcut that's on the screen now, which is just all the words that help you remember which pattern comes next. But you could also play it with a standard notation, which is on the right hand side of your screen. What I've often done in the past is had people play the left hand version, but I've handed in the right hand version to whoever's assessing their performance. So for example, if people have used it for a GCSE practical, then they've played their words in the box, but they've handed in the standard notation on the right hand side so that it can be assessed against that. At the beginning of this lesson, the whole piece was played with the backing track, and you're able to follow along the words in the box on the left hand side if you want to. I'll just repeat that playthrough now, only this time I'll I'll have the music from the right hand side of the screen on so you can follow the standard notation.